I like the Hello America. Although I'm sure we have Canadian listeners.
Maybe. Hello, Canadian listener.
Hey, do it again. Do it. That's good. You should do that.
This is Premeditated,
The podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated. Hello, Canadian listener. We are Neil and Graham here to bring you Premeditated,
The podcast where we analyze unwritten social laws.
I hate this. I hate what we're doing.
This is rough.
Yeah. Canadian listener, you'll have to forgive us. We're going to talk in our full-throated voice, and I know that Canadians hate that. So,
And also, welcome America!
Yeah! Stars and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes. We have a beautiful guest in here today. All the way from, I think, about 16 minutes away.
Ooh, oh no, 40.
40.
Damn.
40 today.
40 today.
Ooh,
Yeah.
zipping through traffic.
Sometimes 16. It could be 16.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a part of the rich tapestry of life here in Los Angeles is that you never know how long something's going to take.
That was good.
Rich
tapestry?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Clip that.
woven into the tapestry of Los Angeles.
Well, anyways, you already heard him. You're going to love him. It's Ben Cassil. Welcome to the show, Ben.
And hello, Canadian listener. This is Ben coming in soft and informative here on public radios.
You're learning.
The rich tapestry.
You're not going to learn anything here today except what to do in an awkward social situation. Ben here has a case file for us.
And when he slid this across our desk, I mean, we're talking a thick file.
Yeah, we haven't looked in it yet.
I don't even want to open it. It is an inch to an inch and a half thick. That is at least a half ream of paper in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys usually do this. Contrary to you might think, oh, this guy's been on the show before. You should know. I don't know if you guys usually do this. I did bring an audio tape.
Oh.
Of just, it's like I witnessed this happening in the wild.
Okay.
And so we could play it in a couple minutes and like you could hear what I'm talking about because this was... It's just something that needs to be adjudicated.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
adjudicated. Yep.
Legislated, adjudicated, all of the above.
All of the itigateds.
Yeah, it needs to be litigated.
It needs to be itigated. I'm so excited. That is such a great teaser. Should we do a quick improvised reenactment of it first and then get to the audio tape?
I don't know what the improvised part you're talking about is. I don't know what that is.
No, he has.
But I would be happy to.
Now I'm on board.
Okay, let's listen to what's on this Walkman here, shall we?
Let's press play.
Neil, that was the best lunch. That was so fun getting lunch with you.
It really was. I can't believe that Sweetgreen has grain bowls.
I didn't know either. And you know what I love about Sweetgreen?
What?
The grain bowls.
Yeah, that's the best part.
And that's
It's
fun.
the best part.
Oh, it is just so good catching up with you. You are a delight. We should do this more often.
Yeah, I don't know why it took so long.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy.
We haven't seen each other in how long has it been?
Oh, 2 months at least.
Yeah, it
And
needs to be
it's too long.
at least monthly.
I really love, and I loved hearing about catching up with you about all the stuff that's been going on with your apartment.
Yeah.
And you've been trying to get the pipe. Oh, 1 second. We got a 4-way stop here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, somebody's pulling up. Let me just wave this Prius on. You can go ahead.
Go.
No, you can go. I'm in charge.
Hey, can you guys go across? You have the right of way. Go ahead.
Okay, let's start walking across.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? No, let's go back now. Let's
Okay.
go back now. Sir, you can go. I'm going to wave you across. I'm going to take control of this situation, Neil.
Oh.
And I'm going to say, you know what, sir? You go ahead.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say, I'm headed downtown. I'm trying to get to the courthouse. You guys look like you were from around here. Could you give me directions down? I'm trying to go to 3rd and Main.
3rd and Main.
Yeah, where do you think you are, dude?
Sounds like a pilot that doesn't get picked up. 3rd and Main.
What is that? Where is that?
All right, you know what? Never mind. I'll
Just go.
I'll
Just
look on
go.
Google
Just
Maps.
go.
Okay.
Go.
Leave us alone.
All right. I just trying to be
Okay,
polite.
he's starting to drive. Let me walk out. I'm gonna walk out now.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Hey,
Ben, are you okay?
Hey, fellas, what's the deal here? Okay.
I almost got hit.
You didn't almost. You waved
You
me.
almost
you
hit my
wove.
friend.
You almost hit me.
And he is full because he had a whole grain bowl. That would have been a disaster.
My colon is bursting.
Okay, well, I hate to break it to you fellas, but I actually moonlight as an Uber driver, so I got a dash cam right behind the rearview mirror right
oh
here,
my
and
god,
I saw
he has a dash
everything.
cam. Shit.
I don't care. I
He
don't
does-
care if you have a dash cam. I don't care about your moonlighting, like share.
Well, I think the law would care. Okay, whatever. Are you okay?
Play the dash cam, and everyone will see that you were in the wrong.
No, everyone will see that you waved me, even though you already had the right of way, so you were putting yourself at risk.
I don't. You know what? I'm a sensitive person.
He's an incredibly sensitive
Yeah, I
person.
can tell.
People who like me really like me.
He's the best.
Why don't you go ahead? You know what? I didn't want to get into conflict today, Neil. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's
this is
okay.
such a great
It's okay.
lunch, and
It was
I think
such
I'm
a good lunch, and it's ruined now because this Prius thinks
Oh
that
my.
they can just drive wherever the heck they want.
You know what? Me and my liberal players were thinking of moving to Houston, but after seeing how the crosswalks are here, I don't think I'm going to move here.
Well, it's not a pedestrian-friendly city, and we are being pedestrians. So you should take your leave, sir.
Take your leave. That's what we say.
All right, I will try to be more anti-pedestrian as I make it through my city.
No, God.
How is he missing? You know what? Go ahead. We're out of the intersection. Go ahead.
Conflate your weird views elsewhere. Take your leave.
Here, Neil, help me wave. Let's wave him on.
I'm waving.
We're waving
I'm
you
waving.
on. We're waving
I'm
you
waving.
Okay, I just got to wait for my battery to kick back in, and then I will leave.
on. Okay, and we're waving you on. Go ahead.
Go.
You're going.
Just go.
And I'm gonna walk now. Come on, I'm gonna walk now.
Okay.
I think I have a theory.
I'm so conscious of the camera this time. I keep looking at I'm doing like Jim Halpert. That's good. Sorry, go ahead. What you were gonna say?
Yeah, this is a big one for me, Ben. This is a big one for me because
Okay.
I mean, I have a lot. I have so many thoughts swirling in my head. But
Sort them out.
I guess it's just pedestrian versus right of way.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure if we clarify, but this is an unmarked crosswalk. This is a four-way stop, but not the horizontal lines, the
I
Beatles
think it
album
is.
cover. Oh, it
I
has,
think it's a clear crosswalk.
it has a full crosswalk. Oh,
Full
wow.
crosswalk, four-way stop. Pedestrian stops and waves you on. That's my visioning of it.
I've seen it.
Yeah. For sure.
I've been in the car and seen it. I've been on the street and seen it because I've been doing it.
Yeah, I've been car and walker.
Yeah.
Although I recently, just in the past year, guys, I've developed this little because I live near a couple pretty big four-way stops. No crosswalk. No. What was the album cover of the Beatles yesterday?
It's,
when they were walking across doing the-
Abbey Road.
Abbey Road. Idiot. Cut this part.
I think it was the White Album.
Because the crosswalk's
white.
Jeez.
That's my impression of
But
you, by the way.
I've started doing a hang back because as soon as you kind of get down the slope, because normally there's like the carved out curb slope, that's when like cars start seeing you. So like if I know, like I live near a busy four-way stop.
Yep.
And it's wide, so like I don't know. I'm very conscious of driving. I'm like, because I know it's a four-way stop, people just want to roll through. So I will like hang back until there's like a gap in the cars and then just speed right across. Because I don't do because the wave doesn't work.
The wave doesn't work. No.
And I also like just like want to get across the road and not have people look at me.
Yeah, it's a little social anxiety or
Yeah.
social, like you feel seen.
Yeah,
Too
because
seen.
it's like, oh, I'm the special person in this situation,
Yeah.
and all must stop before me.
I think okay, yeah, all right.
And Neil,
And your perspective has been heard.
Yeah, I'm not huge on the idea of paying attention to where cars are, especially if I'm on foot. You know, and
you might want to start.
yeah, well, I mean, I've never gotten hit. I do have a close friend who every time I see him, he's been hit by a new car.
That
I don't,
seems to be
but he's on his
user
bike
error.
all the time. Yeah,
okay.
and I'm just like, oh my god. He gets tattoos of bones wherever he gets hit by cars.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty badass. He's a
that's why-
badass friend.
Is he just
tight.
throwing himself in front of green lights?
And I would not be surprised, but at the same time, I think it's just how he is. He just gets hit by cars a lot.
Yeah.
And I've always been a little bit surprised that I don't, because I'm really not. If I'm crossing a street, I'm not good at the looking both ways. I'm not good at my surroundings in general. Basically, I have such. It might be because I have such a rich internal life.
Well, and because cars are litter, so like, why would you mind litter?
Yeah, exactly. Unless I'm gonna get rid of it.
That's case law, right? That's been established. That cars are litter.
yeah.
So you can
there's
refer to case.
precedent.
Yeah, you have precedence on this show, and you can refer to precedent. You can look it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. For me, this situation is immediately resolved as soon as whichever person I am just decides to go for it.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm very much a go for it. As long as we're all trying to get where we're going as fast as possible, we get there as fast as possible, kind of. That being said, of course, I'm not a maniac. You know?
No, I agree. Yeah, I think it is like a initiative thing. It's like whoever, like if you're 3 steps in the crosswalk, like that's your thing.
Yeah.
If you're like halfway, if you're in a car and you're halfway pulled past the stop sign, like it's just kind of
Just
like
finish.
go.
Just finish what you started. Yeah.
But the interesting thing about this scene is that there's the wave and the wave back, because I've been a pedestrian and for whatever reason I'm like waiting for somebody, or
Yeah.
I have a dog, so like he's lagging behind, whatever, and I'll wave
Yeah.
first and the car will wave back. I'm like, well, then what are we doing here?
Yep.
Like, I already said I'm gonna wait, and you're like, no, and the person in the car is like, but I'm supposed to. It's just like, just go, man.
When you've come to like an initiative v politeness, like
Ooh.
just grinding
intersection,
an
we might call?
intersection. Everything grinds to a halt if everyone's like over polite, and that's the problem with self-driving cars right now too. Is they follow the rules, so that's how they get totally just stuck wherever they're going. Because
That's a
they're
good
like,
point.
I can't break any rules, and you're here and I'm here, and what do we do now? You know?
I want to exterminate the human race, but I've been programmed
to be
follow the
incredibly
rules
polite about it.
So I have to follow the rules.
So I need to find a constitutional way to dismantle society.
Little what's his name, Waymo, pulling
Yeah.
up to the Supreme Court.
Just being like, I have a problem and I've already come up with a solution, and no one will survive.
I can't stand Waymos. I want way less of those.
Oh, come on. To be fair,
That sounded planned, but that was not.
I ordered a Waymo one time.
Was it
And I was
scary?
in a bank parking lot, and it pulls up to me. It took like 20 minutes for it to get there. It pulls up, and I'm like trying to get the door open, and it won't. And it's like, and then it's just like inches. It goes one more inch, and it's just still whirring, and it won't open its doors. And I get on the phone and I was like, I can't get into this car. It like won't stop. And they're like, well, it's showing me that it was in the middle of an empty bank parking lot. And they were like, oh, there's like stuff in the way and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I backed up from it, watched it, moved forward, backed up, and then it just drove away.
That's tight.
And I was just like, that was the best AI interaction I could have imagined. Yeah.
And also very cool that you bank in person, too.
I wasn't banking in person. I do love banking in person though. You have so
to
much
a
more
teller.
fun at a bank if you're like,
I have something to do here. Is there an available banker? Don't go up to the tellers. Just sit down with someone and pretend
we got a
that
desk.
Whatever mundane thing it is you have to do requires a full banker, and then just charm the pants off them, and you don't get anything out of it except like you had a great time at the bank.
That sounds nice. And
For listeners.
let me just guess the type of thing you're going in for. You get that banker. You're one-on-one.
Yeah.
You're sat down at the big desk.
Yeah.
They always have big desks.
Big desk. And also like a glass-walled cubicle, too. I guess to make themselves seem available. They
Yeah,
also cut
glass
themselves
walled
off.
cubicle. You're the banker in this scenario. So, and thanks for sitting down with me.
Oh, of course.
We
love our customers.
Thank you so much. And I've been considering going to a credit union, so I really appreciate this face-to-face service.
Well, we like to make our customers feel welcome here at this retail branch of Wells Fargo.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
I have a lot of nieces and nephews,
Okay.
so I need as many crisp $2 bills as you have.
Listen, do I have a treat for you?
Really?
Yeah. For $20, you can get 10 $2 bills.
That's the conversion rate.
That's how it works.
That's what I meant.
That's the kind of service you get here at the bank. Nobody wins and nobody loses.
So that's what you're doing when you're in-person banking?
Actually, yeah. He's not wrong. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's sometimes I'm getting, a few disposable checks because I don't have a checkbook. Sometimes you have to
Yeah,
write a
you just
physical
need some
check.
strays, some loosies.
Some loosies, yeah.
May it please the court?
Yeah, approach
I
the
do.
bench.
Thank you. Sidebar. I have a lot of issues with this.
Yes.
But this cuts to my partner will tell you I should stop talking about this. I'm
Okay.
quite passionate.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we will tell you. Keep talking.
So you're bringing this issue from the bedroom to the courtroom.
Absolutely. I've talked about this in the bedroom many times.
Okay. All right.
My thing is, it's people, we have, like, a four-way stop is one of the most rule-bound interactions that we have in our society.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with, in any intersection, traffic in general, we have many established rules. So maybe we all don't know, but we all should know whose right of way it is and when.
Okay.
It's always the pedestrian's right of way, even if they're in the wrong, right? You always have to stop for a pedestrian. If a pedestrian's on the freeway, they're not supposed to be there. You still stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They have the right of way.
Listen, and that's how it should be. I do agree
Yeah,
with that.
I
Actually,
agree. Yeah.
because cars suck.
Yeah.
Yes, cars are bad.
Four-way stops are also kind of crazy
They are crazy.
because you're literally taking turns.
Yes.
That's the rule: is take turns.
Take turns, and if you arrive at the same time, whoever's to the right gets the
Right.
right of way.
Although I remember that from driver's ed, I'm not sure I've seen it in practice.
It's always a waving situation. People
Yeah.
decide to take it upon
Wave.
themselves to work this out when we have a system.
Yeah, and if you're going left, you're last.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. And you can just wing it right after that person passes you. Four-way stops are a poorly designed intersection.
Yes.
But beyond that, I've seen this behavior at a roundabout, which is one of my favorite types of intersections.
Okay.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
I love roundabouts.
Before we get into a roundabout, let's rank your intersections.
Okay, I do. I like a transverse. What's it called? Have you seen these? This is getting popular in the Midwest.
Okay.
It's a transverse.
Where I'm from.
What are they? Transverse parallelogram or something like this.
Holy Christ.
So it's used.
Geometry.
It's used a lot in these dangerous off ramps from interstates.
Okay.
Where you have an overpass, and then there's a lot of people turning left in different ways, right? Because they design these very simple off ramps, not cloverleaf.
Okay.
Cloverleafs are designed so everybody turns right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And then you
Yeah.
merge to the left. But
Yeah.
the problem with those simple cloverleafs is when you turn right and you come around the cloverleaf and you're merging in, other people are merging into
Coming
that
off.
same lane to exit. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
So this intersection is designed to combat left turns because everybody's turning left every way to get onto the freeway or get off of the freeway. So there's too many left turns. So either you make stoplights that gives everybody protected lefts and it backs up traffic forever. Or another thing, there's several. Double roundabouts is something that happens sometimes.
Okay.
This is it pushes you to drive on the opposite side. So as you approach a transverse, whatever this is called.
I know what
You've
this
seen
is.
these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're on the left side of right going traffic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you come in driving regular on a regular street, and then you switch sides.
Yeah.
So you go to the left like you're in Britain. But if you're paying attention to the signs, and it'll like guide you really slowly over
See,
there.
that's the part I don't like. If you're paying attention to the
Yes,
signs.
that's very true. That's very true.
That's where I fall off.
It's hard. It's like the first few times you do it, like a roundabout, it's confusing and a little scary.
Yeah.
Like much in life. But the mortality rate for pedestrians and drivers is like way, way better. Like way less people get into serious accidents and die with that or a roundabout.
So that's your top favorite intersection.
That's a cool intersection.
the parallelogram.
Yeah, whatever that is. Transverse flow, something. I do love roundabouts though. And I think like LA, like all of Hollywood Boulevard, every intersection there should be a roundabout. We would fly through it.
I could not disagree more.
Yeah,
I hate a roundabout
And
so
I think
much.
I think you're with over 90% of the public.
There we go.
And I think that's why we
we're
can't
right.
do yeah.
You just told me I'm right.
Democracy. Yeah.
it's so. When I was in college, I had like a group of I didn't really know them, but a group of Germans come visit me, and we were driving around, and there's a ton of four-way stops everywhere, and every single time they were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like the German mind cannot comprehend
Really?
four-way
Because
stop.
the rules are too
It doesn't-
murky. That's why
'cause,
we're all
like,
waving on.
It really should be either a stoplight or through traffic and then two stop signs on either side. Like the four-way doesn't make any sense for all directions to stop.
Yeah.
Like because like that's the whole point of roundabouts is that you never stop the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
But I think roundabouts take up the real estate location.
It can take up
'cause
it can take
takes
up more real
room.
estate. It depends on how you devise them though, because lots of places like when I was driving through Ireland last year, they have these roundabouts everywhere, and a lot of times they're like smaller than our huge intersections. Like it goes
for the
from
huge ones,
it's not bigger than the road; it's like slightly smaller than the road, which is counterintuitive. I think the hard part to get used to is like which lane to be in to continue going or not.
Yeah.
But once people get used to it, it's so safe. Like, and we have a real issue, especially in LA County, with killing pedestrians and cyclists with cars. Very serious.
Cars in LA are crazy.
Drivers are nuts, and everybody's nuts. My thing with the waving is like, when I go up to an intersection, I mean, we illustrated it in this scene, and somebody waves you on as a pedestrian, I'm like, that's not the rule, but sure, I'll go. But if I hesitate, then they will go. I'm like, don't wave me on and then go. Now you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, the hezzy haze is pretty tough.
There's a lot of that.
Let me ask you this: are you guys? I feel like you are and you are not. I'm pointing for you. Are you guys courtesy hustlers?
Oh, never.
Like, do you do a little like fake jog? if
I
you're, like,
never
trying-
will.
Okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I actually do.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I was completely.
I do a
flip-flopped.
little like bounce. I part of it is that I love to bounce, and then part of it is just like I don't want to be in the road. You know,
I do.
Yeah,
because I don't know if there's cars
it's
coming or
scary to
not.
be in the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
because I didn't look.
The courtesy hustles. I like to do, and this is really only if I'm walking with friends and I want to embarrass them. But I do I'll try to like run in a weird way,
I like that.
like an embarrassing way.
Yeah.
Because I like to imagine that whoever's in that car like gets home and like sits down at dinner with their like family and is like, you know, I saw the weirdest thing today. It's like,
Giant of a man.
yeah, I think I'm past my courtesy hustling days. I'll quicken my pace a little bit, I go no phone in the crosswalk. 'Cause
Oh, for sure.
I incidentally did that. I was at a stop sign, and I think I was just fully on my phone. Bad look, but I just kind of like walked out, and there was still a stop sign, so I wasn't in danger of being hit. But like I was for sure not paying attention to the car, and the person. And I credit to them. I wish I could meet this man and shake his hand because it was so funny and so apt. But he rolls down his window and goes, "Walk with purpose." And I was like, huh? Like I looked up from my phone, and then since then I'm like, you gotta walk with purpose. So
Listen, it stuck with you. Yeah.
It's the opposite of an amble, a walk with purpose.
Yeah. What
you gotta go.
Yeah. I never hustle across. Part of that's I've had a lot of like ankle injuries, so I don't really hustle ever. So I never hustle. But also, like, I very much have the attitude when driving or walking of like, if you're in a hurry, that's irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, as long as you see, if someone doesn't see me, I will hurry because that's dangerous. Like, they could hit you. Yeah. But if they see me, I'm like, I'm gonna go up my regular. I'm not being a rude person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like trying to make you take longer.
Yeah.
But you can wait. It's what's the longest you have to wait for me in the lane?
The thing about the courtesy hustle is that like your miles per hour does not go up at all. Like
so it's the semblance.
Yeah,
of
you kind of like if when you pick your elbows up and your knees, you're still kind of going the same rate if you just like walked regularly.
You can tell I see you, and social niceties dictate that I'm hustling. Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is that I don't know what it is about me, but if I'm in a hurry, everyone should be in a hurry. And if I am not, everyone else needs to just chill out.
A true Angelino.
And
I love it.
I am entirely self-absorbed for that reason, but it is just the animal in me that is just like I will flip-flop like crazy.
Yeah, it's not the way of the world, it's the way of your world.
It's the way of my world.
So I am usually a very relaxed driver, but on the times where I'm like, I'm way late for something that really matters, I am like, why is everyone going slow today?
Yeah. It seems like everything is just like stacking up against you.
Yeah.
It's easy to be the victim of your own story.
So yes.
Yeah.
I often find myself in this position.
Why did they make me get up late? Yeah, that's what I find myself thinking.
So if we were to put a law on this, does it kind of seem like we're all siding with the real law?
Yeah, which is just walk, dude. Yeah.
And
That's not what I think. But I accept your ruling. If that's the ruling, you guys are judging.
We can hang this jury.
Yeah, we hang juries all the time.
I have this is one of the things in life I am oddly the most passionate about, and I don't know that my opinions are.
We don't want them to be
sense.
measured.
They matter here.
Or rational.
Yeah. I don't know if they're rational.
Okay.
But I feel
What is the ruling?
no one should ever be waving anyone else on unless you're in a situation that is outside of like the law or the rules. If you're both going for a parking spot and you have equal claim for it and one person waves you on, that's courteous and nice.
Yeah, or like a narrow street and you have to pull over.
Yes,
Courteous,
that's a great example
Great
of
use of a
like,
wave
hey,
there.
I'm gonna pull over and then make sure you see that I'm pulling over so you can
Gotcha.
go. If we're at a 4-way stop, there's established rules to who should go. And what ends up happening, especially like driver to driver, if I wave you on and then you start to go and then somebody else floors it, I'm like, I made you think you were safe to go. I didn't check for the other way.
Listen,
You know?
that is the beauty of ad hoc human behavior. We're all just mammals running around in weapons,
Just
which are
waving
cars.
our flippers.
Yeah,
That
just
isn't
like and that's
That's the
fine
poke
and that's
load.
beautiful and yeah, some people are gonna die because of it.
It's so true. It's so true. And I think the semblance or the illusion of order of the street gets to me when like the reality is there's no order to
No,
this.
there's no rules.
Yeah.
Ever. Well,
I just expect everyone to follow the rules that I learned
yeah.
30 years ago reading the driver's manual.
Yeah. And then you were tested on at length.
Yeah.
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 Graham, I think there's a subtle hanging here, but I think we're
Subtle
more or
hang,
less on the same
But
page.
only because, and Ben's going to look daggers at me, I do the pedestrian wave. But
Oh, I
will
can
blame,
tell
I'll
you
blame
do.
it on my dog, though. But like, there's been so many times when I'm
Your
like,
dog's in your ear about this?
yeah, because he always has to like he doesn't pull forward, he hangs back. So like I'll get to the corner and he's like 3 feet behind me and I have to drag him. But I've seen so many. I'll be about to walk into an intersection and a car, because LA drivers are flipping crazy will be like, vroom, and just slam on their brakes at the stop sign. I'm like, just go. Like, you screech to a halt. I'm not going to make you wait 5 seconds. Like, I don't care enough.
That's
so
an
I'll
appropriate time for a wave in my book because that person's scary. Get them out of here.
I don't want to walk in front of your car anyways.
Yeah.
Your bumper is dented probably from a human.
Yeah.
From the legs.
So, leg-shaped bumper dents in your Range Rover.
Yeah, just wave them through.
But I do, in my ideal world, in my world, there should be no waves, but I'm a victim of my world, so I still do waves. But real quick, before we hang the story, do you think what do you think the exchange rate is between pedestrian waves and car waves? Like
Rate, say more.
Like if you get whatever the order is, one pedestrian wave, then one car wave, or one car wave, then one pedestrian wave, does one weight more than the other?
Pedestrian
Pedestrian
because
waves
pedestrian
weight more.
has the right of way in all circumstances, right? Even when they're in the wrong. So if they're telling you, hey, I'm not going to walk, then I'll believe them, or I try to believe them. The biggest issue I have is when it's people that are feeling that social anxiety. And so they're like, I'm trying to be in a hurry and get there. And I think it's more, I think it's quicker to wave you on and then I'll go. Like they're trying to like engineer traffic from their perspective.
That's right. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. So for me, that is the biggest issue because then if they wave and then I hesitate at all, then they're probably going to go out of anger at me, which is very dangerous because also the person across from me might have seen them wave and then go and hit them or whatever. And I'm like, this was such an easy interaction that now is so complicated. So for me, whatever the pedestrian is doing, I will try to listen to them. But honestly, it's like, you don't need to wave at all.
Just go.
That's no waving. That's my my ruling.
Only walking.
Yeah,
only walking.
Only
no
walking,
waving.
no waving.
Yeah. Okay, we can agree on that.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we can.
Okay.
You think, Graham? I want you to live your life how you're going to live it.
It's one of those tough situations where like I want to agree with you guys and live in your world, but I can't help.
You're
but
not
just
going
be
to.
Like, but I think it is the engineering thing. It's like I know how long it's going to take for me to get from the sidewalk down the ramp into the intersection. It's like just fucking go.
Yeah.
I'll walk after you. I see what's behind you better than you do in your car. Like just go, and then that's my opening, and I'll go.
I want everyone to have the unearned confidence that I have.
I do.
You hear that? You hear that, America?
We're on board with that with each other. Yeah. Of like, I'm important. Let me go.
As is my body. So don't bam it.
Split case.
Split case.
We're gonna hang our heads on this one. Goodbye, America.
Goodbye. I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Canadian listeners.
Thank you, Canadians.
This is Premeditated.